watching a video by Drew Barrymore, and we can't duet or stitch her. But she was talking about a book she was reading, and it was about parenting. And it was talking about the difference between being a parent when you're younger, being a mother when you're younger versus older. And that so many of us become parents before we're actually matured ourselves. We get to this sweet spot where we just kind of chill out. We mellow with age. Yeah, you've heard that, right? So I am kind of different in that I had 2 children when I was young, 20 and 22. And then my other 2 children when I was much older, 31 and 38. And I can tell you there's a huge difference in my parenting style, and my kids can tell you, between the 2 age gaps. Huge difference. We really aren't mentally matured till at least 26, 27 for women. So if you're getting married before that, or having children before that age, let's just say I don't recommend it, okay? Because we haven't fully matured ourselves, and we haven't reached that sweet spot. With my first 2 children, I had no patience. No patience. Do what I say, do it now. And I mean now. My house, spotless. Head to toe. My kids were spotless. I didn't want them going outside. I didn't want them getting dirty. I wanted them dressed frilly and like they were little dolls. Yeah. I don't know. But with my other 2, I had a career by then, and they went to daycare with my first 2. I was a stay-at-home mom. So my second 2, I worked. They went to daycare. They played outside. They got dirty. My house was picked up. It was sanitary, but it was dusty. It was always dusty. It's still always dusty. Because I got to this point where I'm like, I'm going to dust again tomorrow. What's the big deal? Do I want to spend that time dusting, or do I want to do it something I enjoy? I just got rid of all the dust collectors, all the knickknacks and frilly things. Got rid of all that shit. And I have a lot more patience with my children. My 3rd child, my only son, ADHD. He was what was called by his therapist an indigo child. He was an adult in a child's body, so he didn't want any adult telling him what he could or couldn't do, because in his mind he was an adult. And 2nd grade, he's having adult conversations with adults, telling them exactly what he thinks and exactly why he thinks it. Probably one of those people that remembered their reincarnation, although he never indicated to that. He just, from the moment he was born, I looked in his eyes and I saw the expression of an adult. Never did that baby talk stuff, I'm not into all that. And for you grown men, women don't like it. Yeah, it's not sexy. Anyway, so I spoke to him as an adult. He was very well-versed, very bright, tested gifted, and I would have never had the patience for him when I was younger. So, the universe knows what they're doing with all of this. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to handle him. He wouldn't have had the life and the ally in me that he had fighting against the world, and it really was me and him against the world for a long time. I could have never done that as a young woman. Nope. And my fourth child, she's the best of them all. And I tease her. It's a joke. Mind you, it's a joke, but I always tell her she's the reason I didn't drown the other three. She was my reward. Yeah. But anyway, two of my daughters are my absolute best friends. I created my best friends. So, yeah. So, if you're young, and I know you're probably not watching Old Lady if you're young, but if you're young, give yourself time to get to that sweet spot.